Circuit Girl, this is the story that I promised you. As you recall, we were in San Antonio when we were talking about people we'd hung out with, and I told you about Manuel. Now, let me back up a little bit. I have some very nice suits that were made by Nudie. This is Nudie. He made all the great country western suits for Porter Wagner and such, and I ended up with this suit. That's the first country western album ever recorded live, and this suit too. So those are rhinestones and leather silver dollars, and it's some spectacular stuff. But Nudie had died, and I thought that I would never get to find out how a person makes, well, it's not so much making the suit, it's like you get a country western guy coming into your shop, and he starts by going, "Hey, I want a suit just like Hank's." And how does he end up with these great symbolic gestures, you know, of peacock feathers and aces of spades and stuff like that? Well, fortunately, I was in Nashville for the Country Music Awards one year. My brother invited me, and while I was there, I got to meet Manuel, who is the head tailor under Nudie. A lot of the things that Nudie did were Manuel's idea, or at least now that Manuel is alive, we're going to look at it that way. And we started telling stories, and I said, "How do you get from the peacock feathers to the, or from I want a suit like Hank's to peacock feathers and ace of spades?" And he told me how to make a suit. Well, I told you that much, and then I said, someday I'll tell you how to make a suit. So this is me finishing up. I'm going to tell you how to make a suit. But remember, after I left you in San Antonio, while I was driving up to Austin again, you sent me this message, which says, subject matter, possible name. Quote, "Here's a random email I received today." Inner quote. "Oh, one more thing. The other night I was laying in bed just thinking, as we all do when we can't sleep. I started thinking of you, and for some reason I came up with a nickname for you, kind of like a superhero name. Maybe you've already been called this before. Anyway, Circuit Girl came to mind. Perhaps you could write an autobiography someday called The Adventures of Circuit Girl, LOL. Yeah, okay, I'm weird, huh? I got the idea when I was thinking about that one photo of you holding the Cat 5 wires with your teeth. We're going to have to see that one." So what I did when I pulled over for a little while is I texted you back, by the way, that's exactly how you make the suit. And now, cutting back to Nashville, here's me and Manuel, and I've just asked him, "How do you make a suit?" And he says, "Well, first of all," he says, "if someone comes to you and says, 'I want peacock feathers and ace of spades,' that's the least thing you want to give them." He says, "And if they want notes, you want to do them wrong, you know, facing the wrong way. So there's something different. If you have to make something like another guy's suit, you make it not like the other guy's suit." He says, once, he says, I had a best friend, and his name was Graham Parsons. He was my best friend for 10 years. And one night I dreamed that he was dying. I dreamed of his death, and I saw flames, and I saw drugs, and I saw dice. So I made him this suit, and it's got flames on it, and it's got dice, and it's got hypodermic needles, and as it turned out, Graham Parsons died at a gambling party some of his friends were throwing. He died of an overdose, and they tried to burn his body to destroy the evidence, I guess. And Manuel said, that's how you make a suit. It's filed out under creativity.